Hey, TRICLOPS! Want a race? No tanks. Hello everyone, Pretender Prowl here with another review for the Masters Universe Mega Construx sets. Today I will be looking at the Battle Ram set, recently released for early 2021. The set includes two drivers. For the good guys, we have Mech. For the bad guys, we have TRICLOPS. You may see that I have two sets here. Reason being is that the set is released with two different versions of the head that is used for the Sky Sled. The Snake Serpent for the bad guys, and the Griffin for the good guys. Originally, I wasn't going to review this set for two reasons. Number one, people have already gotten this set, and a couple people have reviewed it already. And number two, when I got the first set, I didn't get the two drivers with it because I bought it secondhand. But now someone has hooked me up with a second set, and I was able to complete the two together. And as I was putting them together, I have found some custom ideas that I'd like to share with you, plus a couple of construction notes. So let's move on. Couple of quick features I'd like to talk about with the set. First of all, it has the firing cannon. It's that simple little push peg system. I don't want to push it too far because I'll lose the missile. It was a concept that was used for the Talon Fighter, and it was actually used for the laser cannon for Trapjaw, which I didn't cover for reasons that I will explain later. You get the one battering ram missile in the top there, plus two in reserve. Also in the reserve is a small platform here that you can set another Mega Construx character on and have him grip the back. Little grips there. And since we have the co-pilot, per se, gripping the back, he can now operate the Battle Ram, while the exclusive feature, which everybody for Masters is big fond of, is the Sky Sled that detaches from the front and becomes a flying vehicle. In the original Filmation cartoon, you saw the Sky Sled used for both teams, and it did specify the Griffin head and the Snake head, depending on the driver. I believe that was an idea for Filmation. That covers the basic features of the Battle Ram. The first construction note involves the sled itself. This handle part here, with the grips, I advise that when you're putting this section together, it's 5 pieces, that you glue it all together. There's 5 sections. When you're gluing it together, do it without the handlebars. This is covered in the manual at step 11, stages 1 through 5. I would put this together, gluing a piece at a time, but not put the handles on. After it's glued together, set it aside, let it dry for a few minutes, and then attach the handlebars. By doing this, you're preventing this from falling apart every single time you mess with the Sky Sled. It's also easier to put the figure on, because then the thing isn't falling apart in one section or 5 while you're trying to get the driver or pilot on there. See how I got the driver on and off in a matter of seconds? Now, if that wasn't glued together, this thing would have probably fallen apart about 6 times while I was trying to do that part. Just a little tip for y'all. The next construction note is on the Battle Ram. It is this section right here. This section is covered in stage 26 of the manual. It is 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would advise putting glue across the 1x4 and attaching the 3 pieces on top, letting it dry for a bit, and then mounting it back on the vehicle. You can do this during construction or do this after it's all built and just do a quick switch like I just did. By doing this, you're preventing these bumper pieces from falling off pretty much every time you try to mount the sky sled on and off the vehicle. And those are my construction notes. You have to glue some pieces, but I think it's a small price to pay for better play out of this set. I'd like to take a quick look at the figures. First up, Mech, the Eternian Scout for the Masters universe. He has that really nice blue color, which I really liked from the Jet Sled He-Man. He comes with a mace / billy club type weapon, which is an homage to his original figure. However, the original figure's handle had a longer hilt to it, so I'm a little miffed by this. A construction note, if you want to do this, is to replace this piece here, this little piece that comes off the club, with one of the longer grips from the weapons racks that I'm sure you'll have from other sets. You want to get it started just slightly. Put it in his hand, and then push to finish the connection. If you push this all the way in before putting it into his hand, he won't grip it all the way. By putting this extension here, you're adding extra detail to the mace, plus you have possibilities of clamping this weapon onto other vehicles and sets. It's a thing you can do, just a custom idea. The original Mech figure had a feature that if you twist his waist, his neck extends like a periscope, hence his ability to be a good scout. Mega Bloks copies this by giving you 2 neck pieces. Simply undo the head, put 1 neck piece on, and his neck is now halfway out. And then take off the head again, add the second piece, and put the head back on like so. What I like to note about the neck is that it's curved at the connection, so you can put the 2 curves together, or you can make the curves go at an angle, and this gives him a sort of look around the corner feature, which the original figure did not have. So while I was checking out Mech and all his features, I noticed he goes good with the battle ram, but there's another vehicle I happen to have that he seems to go a little better with. The Jet Sled. It's gray. He has gray on his neck, which the gray matches, by the way. It's blue. He's blue. And it has red, like him. I figure after this video's over, he may not be driving the battle ram anymore. I believe I have found a new driver, a new pilot for my jet sled. I believe that Mechanex's scouting abilities would go a lot better if he had his own personal flying vehicle. So when I put Jet Sled back on Castle Grayskull, as seen in my Jet Sled He-Man video, I might have Mechanic piloting it. Also, every driver that seems to pilot the Jet Sled can't seem to see over the bars. But this is no problem for Mechanic, obviously, because you put the extending neck on. Very nice. The second driver / pilot for the Battle Ram featured in this set is TRICLOPS, the evil engineer, man of many sights. Like the original figure, his eye turns 3 styles: the scared look, the regular look, and the evil / night vision / targeting mode. It spins very well, but it is kind of loose, like the original figure. TRICLOPS has his hook sword, which I like to call it. Has a nice grip to the back. This sword was also used for Fisto. TRICLOPS is one of the main general type villains that work for Skeletor. He's not just a underling or a henchman. He's definitely one of the Big Bad 5 or Big Bad 4, whatever the ranking system is. And it is very delightful to have another bad guy in the set instead of just having another 5th or 6th or 8th He-Man. A very great feature I will say about TRICLOPS, though, is that him sitting on the Battle Ram with the sword on his back doesn't interfere with his operation of the vehicle. You don't have to put the sword away and put it aside somewhere. A feature you are able to do, if you do the glue techniques that I mentioned, is if you push on the head and then push back up again, the Battle Ram detaches on its own without you having to pull on it. I'm sure this would probably come apart if you didn't have it glued. It seems to do this trick about 2 out of 3 times that I perform it. Nice little bonus feature. I usually feature a custom that I make with each video. I'm trying to make a pattern of that. But these are going to be custom themselves, so I'm not throwing one in. And I'll show you my technique. Right now, the Battle Ram has the red missiles that it comes with. It comes with 3. 2 up here, 1 up here. It is the standard bright red. This is a custom that I am suggesting. Don't have to do it, but it just seems to give it a little extra. Find yourself a flat 2x4, preferably the color that matches the bright red. Take off the sky sled, put it aside, take the seat off. There's one 2x4 right here. Replace it with this. Rebuild. And now you have what looks like a racing stripe or some kind of a power meter for the ram missile. And you reattach the sled. I call this version A, Battle Ram. Version B involves the missiles that came with the Talon Fighter for Point Dread. It's hard to tell on camera, but there's definitely a difference in the red. These are definitely darker than the ones that came with the battle ram. So you want to take these missiles off. Dark red missile there. Dark red missile there. Now if you need a third one, you'll have to find another Talon Fighter set. But for now we'll just use the two. And that 2x4 I put here, I will replace with a darker red Mega Construx Iron Man one. And now you have what I call the Type B battle ram, which I nickname the Lava Ram because I say that these are lava projectiles. The third type is a little tricky. It involves the clear yellow missiles that came with the laser cannon. Now, in my review of the Trapjaw laser cannon, I did not show these for two reasons. Number one, I thought it was lame, and number two, I originally could not find these missiles when I put it together. Apparently, these missiles were lost and weren't found until after the video, so I didn't mention them. But now, we have a third custom idea. Two of these missiles come with the laser cannon. I don't have a 2x4 transparent piece, but I do have 4 of these. Switch that piece. Reattach. Switch out the missiles. And now we have Battle Ram, third type, which I nickname the Lightning Ram. Notice I did customization to the ram and not the sky sled. No customization to the sky sled. Just glue those pieces right here. That's all I ask. Reason is because no matter what custom you do, you can have anybody pilot it. You can give the lightning version to the bad guys, or you can give it to the good guys. Your decision. It's your vehicle. Do what you want to do. But by doing these modifications, this allows you to give each battle ram its own distinctive look. One more idea. It's a funny idea, but I'll show you. This is the helmet that came with Panther for the Point Dread Talon Fighter. Now in the show, the cartoon, and the toy line, Panther didn't have the helmet. Mega Construx included it anyway. Oddly enough, it matches the color, and it matches the peg. And if you wanted, you can make what I nickname the Beast Sled. Possibly a vehicle for Beastman, maybe? Or maybe this is He-Man's personal sky sled, because it has Battle Cat's helmet on it. It's another idea. These are just some simple mods and customs you can do with your vehicles for Battle Ram. And I think that's going to wrap things up for this review of the Mega Construx Masters of the Universe Battle Ram. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for those who have subscribed already. More reviews are on the way. Gotta work out a few details. I plan on reviewing the new flocked version of Panther, even though I'm pretty sure there's a couple reviews out already. I do have some ideas as far as customization. That might take another week or so before that video is put out. Just be patient with me, folks. I do have content on the way. And with that, all I have to say is thanks for watching, and everyone, be safe out there.